Hello everyone, my name is Amber. Welcome back to my channel, Amber Reads Romance. Today I'm here to go over my April TBR with you. I do apologize for the delay. I am getting this up a little bit later than I'd like to. So it's probably going to be, it's already going to be April when I post this. But I still want to get my TBR up because I have a lot of stuff with ARCs, ALCs, our buddy read, different things going on. So do want to go over those and get my plans together. So let's go ahead and go over my April reading plans. Okay guys, I can't believe, and I probably say this every TBR video, but I'm just shocked we're already in April. Like, this is just flying by. March was a great month. I had so many great reads. It's been fantastic. So I know it's going to be crazy in April because there are so many new releases in April. Like, my ARCs and ALCs are stacked. So I have a lot of ARCs and ALCs to go over, plus like buddy read, my 12 rec from 12 friends that I have to read every month. And then also another like book club, a couple other book clubs, you know, my Immortals After Dark read along. So there's a lot I have to do here. So I have a lot that I have on my TBR. I don't know if I'll get to everything, but I did give myself a lot here. So just bear with me. I may not have all this on my actual TBR when I post it on Instagram, but I think this is what I'm going to set with. I'm going to try, and for sure, because I need to read all my ARCs and ALCs. Those are like the main things on my TBR, plus like all the committed books that I have to read. And then I have some stuff that I just want to read for me, and hopefully I can have time to do that and give myself a little bit more leeway to do some mood reading, because lately I haven't really been able to do a lot of mood reading. So anyways, let's go ahead and dive into my plans here. So I do want to start off with my ARCs. So I am going to be looking off over here because I have everything on my computer today. For my ARCs, this one I don't think I'm even going to get, but I'm putting it on my list because I did request it. But every time I requested the new LJ Shen, I never get it. So I don't think I'm getting this. But Wildest Dreams is coming out, and that is going to be released on the 8th. So just want to let you know if you are interested. I don't know anything about it. I just requested the LJ Shen because I really wanted to get one of hers. Now, I got this through, I think I requested it either like Grace Promo or Literally Yours PR, but it also goes through Bloom. But I'm not like on the Bloom like PR people, so I doubt I'll get it. Anyways, so the next one that I have here is Teasing by Bella Matthews. Let me pull up and see if we have like any info on it yet, because I don't think I had a blurb before. Let me see here. So I've been requesting all Bella Matthews newer releases. These are all her like second generation of like her hockey and football and all that. So this one is the 5th book in the Red Lips and White Lies series. Okay, so it does say, falling for the grumpy single dad next door wasn't on my summer to-do list. Oh, did I mention he's also a football god? A really hot one because he is becoming said baller's new nanny. Yeah, I didn't see that coming. But nothing about Maverick Benevetti. Ooh, I've been wanting Maverick's book for a while because I think his dad is like mafia. And so I've been really interested in his. I really want to go back and read all like the parents ones because I don't know any of their romances. But this one looks good. So the cover I was loving until like I don't really want to see the guy's nipple. Like, it just looks kind of awkward to me. I don't know, but I do love the tattooed guy on the cover here. So definitely interested in that one. So I did sign up for that ARC yet. I'm not positive if I'm getting it, but that one releases on April 10th. Okay, so then I requested Legacy by Eva Simmons. I've never read this author before. Let me see if I can pull up the info on this. You guys, I'm sorry. I did not prepare ahead of time. So I apologize, but let me see if I can get some info. Okay, sorry guys. It took a while to pull up here. So I have Legacy by Eva Simmons. This is the Twisted Kings MC. This is book number 3. I've never read this author before, but I loved this cover. That hooked me. And the fact that it was an MC series, like I want to read more MC romance. So this one actually also is a nanny one. So I'm going to have some themes here. So this one says he's a biker to the core, gorgeous and lethal, trouble at its finest. And I'm his daughter's new nanny. So, this looks good. So I am definitely interested to try this one since I've never read this author. You know, that's one of my goals is also to read more new to me authors. And so that one is releasing on the 18th. I did request Loving the Reaper by Lola King. I read the first one and it was like kind of like a secret society bully kind of crazy dark book. It was my first one that I read from her and I loved it. Like I was hooked. And so I honestly don't know anything about this one, but I wanted it because it was the next one in the series. And I think this one got delayed, if I'm remembering correctly, but it's supposed to release on the 22nd. So I'm hoping I get that one too. Then I believe I'm going to get this one. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get it because I signed up with Tessa Hale, and this is Crescent Kingdom. This is going to be a new series for her. Let me see if I have more info because I saw her post about it and I immediately wanted in. I really fell in love with her like dragons, like Twilight and Embers, whatever that series is last year. And so I really wanted to jump into this one. So this is Crescent Kingdom. It's the first book in the Wolves of Crescent Creek. So honestly, I don't think I even looked up what it was about when I picked it because I just really loved that last series that I read. So I don't know. I don't have a ton about this, but I'm assuming it's going to be a reverse harem shifters type of one. So, let me see. I don't know if I said when that was coming out. That one is going to be coming out on the 23rd. So I am praying that I get it because I really want to read, Tessa Hale's new series. And then, of course, I requested the next Jagger Cole. This is a Dance of Ruin. Honestly, Jagger Cole doesn't always put up the blurbs for his, so I'm not even going to waste my time looking it up. This is the next one in his series, and it is like, I think it's all going to be with these ballerina chicks. That's why it's like the dance thing. So I'm hoping the series is going to get to the hero that I really want. Cause I was really loving a hero that I thought was going to be the first book and it wasn't. So I'm hoping it'll slowly lead to him. But, that one is going to be releasing on the 24th. And then the last arc I think I know. I've been trying to keep really good track, you guys, but sometimes I forget. But this should be the last arc is Taming the Heart by Elliot Rose. Now, I signed up really late for this because I don't know what was wrong with me, but I totally missed the sign up when it first happened. So I'm really hoping I get it because I read the arcs for the first two, Chasing the Wild, and then I think it's Chasing the Storm. Anyways, it might not be Braving the Storm, sorry. So I read those two arcs, loved it. And so I really want to get this one. This one is actually releasing on the 29th. So I probably won't find out until a little bit later, but I'm hoping that I get this arc because I've been loving this series. It's very, very, spicy cowboy type of romances. So those are all my arcs. Now onto my ALCs. Now let me tell you, I signed up for a shit ton of ALCs and then I got really excited too because I finally got accepted to Must Love Audio and I was so excited because I've been on their wait list for a while. I always see the amazing ALCs that Jen from the Book Refuge gets from Must Love Audio, so I've been dying to get on their list because I usually get all my ALCs, just in case you are interested and you want to get them, try to sign up for them. I get them through Valentine PR. So that's where a lot of my ALCs come. or the author agency does some ALCs too. So those are most of the ALCs that I get. So anyways, I was very excited and immediately signed up for a few more, even though I already have a lot here. So, and I think this is all that I have, but as usual, things will pop up during the month that I'll see and I'll want to sign up for the ALC. So I might get those too. So for right now, this is what I have. All right, so the first one that I have is In Good Company by Kat Singleton. Now, I've never read Kat Singleton, which is kind of crazy to me. I know she's really popular. So I know I already got this one. So, and I think I got this one from Valentine PR, but it's also available from Must Love Audio. I saw people reading it from that group. So let me just double check here. Oh yeah, this is the author that does Black Ties and White Lies, and I've never read it. I've always seen that book everywhere, and I've wanted to jump on and read that. So this one is going to be an all-new series, an exclusive country club in the Hamptons. In Good Company is an ex's brother, billionaire, private chef, forced proximity romance. Hell yeah. You know I loved like the ex's brother type of trope. So I'm definitely interested in this. So this one I believe is coming out pretty quickly. So a few of these are like right at the beginning of the month. So I have to read them really quickly. So this one actually releases on April 3rd. The next one that I got actually was before I signed up got accepted into Must Love Audio, but like I signed up through QB Tyler and it was kind of in with Must Love Audio. But this is The Nanny is Off Limits by QB Tyler. Now, QB Tyler has been kind of like hit or miss sometimes for me because it is very erotic romance and sometimes it's just all sex to me. So I've kind of like not been reading her as much lately, but I do want to get back and read some of hers and just set the expectation for myself ahead of time that it's going to be smutty good times. So obviously this one, you don't really need a lot of explanation. It's a nanny. It's probably giving, single dad vibes, daddy vibes, I'm sure, nanny fun. So that one also releases on the 3rd. And then I don't know if I'm going to get this one, but I requested 7 of Hearts by Maggie Gates. Now, I don't know if I'm getting this one because I haven't heard anything and it's like going to be coming up to the 3rd pretty quickly. And that's when this releases. So we'll see if I get that one or not. Okay, so the other one that I have is My Dark Fairy Tale by Gianna Darling. Now, I am actually on Gianna Darling's ALC team. So for sure getting this one, very excited for it. This one, I think, hold on, let me double check here. Okay, so in this new one by Gianna Darling, this is actually the start of a new series. It's called My Dark Mafia Romance. This is book number 1. Now, it says here, it looks like I think this one is set in Italy. And so it's obviously going to be dark mafia. It does say when a mysterious man rescues her from near death, a young woman finds herself in the throes of a dark and dangerous storybook romance where pleasure reigns, but happy endings are no guarantee. So that's pretty interesting. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but it does look like it's set like in the Camorra and all of that. So I'm definitely excited to get to a new mafia from Gianna. I'm so excited to be part of like that team. And then that one is releasing on the 8th. Now, the other one that I have is Wicked Love. I already got this one, so I can't wait to read it. I've been loving the Single Dads Players book by Willow Astor. I've been loving this series. So this is going to be the next book in that. And that one is coming out on the 10th. I also signed up for Someday You Learn by Harlow James. I think I got both the ARC and the ALC for this one. So I got those through the author agency. So I read the previous book and it was really cute, small town, sweet vibes. So I'm excited to read this one. And then I also did get this one too, which was Duke of Pride by Mariah Stone. I've been seeing this quite a few places. It's actually like historical romance. And so I haven't read the other ones in the series, but I don't think it's like that big of a deal if you don't go in at the beginning. But it's like, you know, greed, pride, envy, like all of those type of things. So I thought it'd be cool to sign up for it because I never get historical romance arcs or ELCs or anything. So I did get that one, and that is releasing on the 15th. Okay, so the next one that I have is a new to me author again, and this is Cross-Checked by Julia Connors. This looked really cute. It was like, I think she is the female general manager, and he's a hockey star, and they kind of clash or whatever. But I think she gets injured, like protecting his daughter. So we got like a single dad situation. I think they kind of like move in together for some reason. I don't know. It looked cute. Thought I would give this author a try. Another cute like workplace, you know, type of hockey romance. So I'm going to be getting that one. That one does release on the 16th. I also requested Bull Rush by Maggie Rodden. Now, I've never read this author. I've seen Jen listening to a few of her audiobooks. And these are like more dark romance. So honestly, like I didn't even really look up what this one was about. So you're welcome to investigate these ones. But I really wanted to just try this author. I was going to request like I was going to read some of them because they're on Kindle Unlimited ahead of time, but I just didn't have time. So I'm definitely going to be interested in that one. And that one does release on the 18th. And then I think I had Mr. C here, but I think Piper Rain's next one, because they didn't announce it way back when I made this list, is Mr. Charming, I think. Yes. Okay. So the next one in this series is Mr. Charming. This is the 4th book in the Nest series. It doesn't really have the blurb or any of that information right now. But I've loved this series, especially the audiobooks, because they are duet narration. It's got a full cast. I highly recommend them. They're fantastic. So that one is going to be releasing on the 22nd. And I really hope I get that one because I've gotten each one for the series so far. Okay, the next one I got is actually from the Must Love Audio, and I didn't read the first one in this series, but I saw it everywhere. I think it's like a firefighter series. This one is the second one, and this is Protect by Paisley Hope. So I really want to try this author. I love these covers. They really look cool. And I've seen it been going the rounds, so I really want to give it a try. Let me see if it says anything. Pub with my crew, dirty and exhausted. The twin sister of my lost best friend and the one who got away. I haven't seen Violet Taylor in years, but I haven't forgotten her either. Oh, interesting. So anyways, I really love these covers. You know, I'm a sucker. You'll get me with a cover. So I'm excited to try this one because if I do end up loving it, I'll probably go back to the first one to give that one a try too. So I did request that audiobook, and that one is coming out on the 25th. Then I requested Play It Off by Monica Murphy. This one is coming out on the 29th, and it's continuing that sports. I think it's sports college. I got the first one on audiobook and ALC way back, and I really enjoyed it. I think that was actually my first Monica Murphy, and I had a really good time with it. So I immediately wanted to get the next one in that series. And then the last one that I have here is Aspen by Fiona Cole. And I was so shocked when I saw this come up because I haven't read Fiona Cole in like forever. Since that one, like Sex Club series, I read all of those. And so I haven't really seen her do a new release lately. But I may be wrong. So I was going to request the ARC, but I saw the ALC come up. So I was like, ooh, I hope I get it. But this one comes out on the 29th. Okay. That's a lot, you guys. So those are all my ARCs and ALCs. So now to go on to the other stuff that I have to read. You know, these are my buddy reads, my, you know, like book clubs. I can't talk. So the first one that I want to bring up, honestly, is going to be for the Outlander read along, because I've been sticking with it, you guys. I've been sticking with it. It's been over a year and we are finally on the last book. So it is going to be Go Tell the Bees That I Am Gone. So this is the last book in this Outlander series, at least so far. And I'm just really appreciative of Jen from the Book Refuge doing this read along. If you guys didn't know or haven't seen my videos before, I've been doing these, with her. I've been sticking with it, and she's been amazing doing the live shows and letting me come on. So I need to read this month, because her live, I think, is near the end of the month. I can't remember the date, but so this one is a must. Like, I got to get it read. So hopefully I will make time for this, because these books, sometimes they take me a while to get through. They're a little bit longer, a little bit chunkier, a lot to go through. So, and this will be like past where the show's at, so it'll be like all new content for me, so that'll be really interesting. Okay, and then I have my 12 Recs from 12 Friends, and this one I actually had to buy because it's not on Kindle Unlimited, and I don't like spending money on ebooks. If it's like I don't know, unless it's super cheap and I have like the points to cover it, I just don't really do it. And I know this is a super dark romance, and I've seen a lot of hype for it. So I was like, I'm just going to buy it. And that is Take Me With You by Nina G. Jones. I've never read this author. I've seen some of my favorite booktubers really rave about this book because it is freaking dark. But I actually got this as a rec, and I think it was Jan. Let me just double check my list. Yes, it was Jan. So thank you, Jan, for recommending this, because I've literally had this sitting on my TBR for years and just never get it because it was never on Kindle Unlimited. I spend a lot on my book stuff. I spend a lot on Kindle Unlimited, Audible, AnyPlay, buying physical books, just constant. So I usually just stick with Kindle Unlimited, but I'm excited to give this one a go. On the back, it says, I watch, I study, I hunt, I prowl. I always go in with a plan, a set of rules for myself. I don't take unnecessary risks. That's how I've been able to evade capture all these years. But there's something about this girl that is different than the others. When I finally meet her, the rules become a blur, and I break the most important one of all. I take her with me. It's just my imagination, that feeling of being watched. That those icy eyes, a vivid turquoise, that distinct golden fleck aren't watching me. It's just stress. I am the person everyone relies on. Maybe that's why I haven't been feeling so content with my life lately. Why I dream those eyes belong to someone who can tear me away from all my responsibilities. But these are just shameful fantasies and never meant to breach reality. Then one night, the dark comes true, only it's a horrifying nightmare. Now I only have one task, survival. So this is like, I think it's like a pretty dark captive stalker. I don't know if there's like grooming in it and kind of brainwashing. I can't remember, but I know it's dark. So I think this will be a fun change of pace for my 12 recs and for 12 friends, because a lot of people always like on Instagram will rec me like sweet ones, and it's like, you don't know my taste. So this I'm excited for. So we'll see. Okay, so then we also have our buddy read, which is going to be Devour by Gail Harris. This is going to be on Bookmark by Jen's channel. Our announcements will come later. I never write down the dates here, so I apologize. I'm always bad about that. But I think this one also is a stalker situation. Let me think here. It could be mafia vibes too. Okay, it says Devour is a steamy contemporary loose retelling of Little Red Riding Hood. It's a standalone novel with no cliffhanger. Hero is morally gray, stalking, gambling, intense game of hide and seek. So I think it's just like a stalker, darker romance. This is my first time reading this author, so this should be interesting. And I don't think it's too long, so it should be a really quick read for our buddy read. Okay. So then now we have the Immortals After Dark reads, okay? So, and I do have a clarification because on the second book, which I'll bring up here, is because I watched What Helen Reads TBR, and she's been reading along with us. So thank you, Helen, for reading these with me. But there is kind of a confusion with the second one. But for the first book that we're reading, it is Kiss of a Demon King. And did I mess that up? Oh, sorry. Okay, so I wrote these notes wrong because I was putting the other title. I don't know. You guys, I messed this up. But anyways, this is the sixth book in the Immortals After Dark. And this is Kiss of a Demon King. And this is going to be Rydstrom's romance. So he is the demon brother of Cadian, and he is basically, this one is really cool because it's kind of set up in the previous book, and it's with a sorceress of like the sister of his enemy, and she had captured him at one point. I think she was like trying to breed him. And then I think he captures her because all of a sudden he had her at the end of that book. So this is going to be their romance. This is something Cressley Cole really does well, is like enemies. So this will be really interesting. Now, the one that I need to clarify, and that's where I got confused because I wrote it in the wrong part on my notes here. So what Helen Reads was bringing up one name of a book, and there's also, I had another name of the book. When I was creating this list, they had both of them listed, and it is kind of confusing. So Deep Kiss of Winter is actually the ebook, but it's also a bind up, I think, with another author. So it'll have 2 stories in that, and I don't think that one's on Kindle Unlimited if you use Kindle Unlimited for these. But that's what that one's called. But it was also released as an audiobook as Untouchable. So either or, whichever one you decide to do, those are both the same story. And that is going to be Murdoch's romance. It's going to be Murdoch Roth. He's one of the Roth brothers. And Daniela, she is a Valkyrie. So I'll probably go with the Audible or audiobook version because, you know, I don't really want to buy a book with another author that I don't really care about their story. So those are going to be the 2 Immortals After Dark books that we are reading for April. Okay, so on to some of the other books that I want to read just for me. So I did buy this, and I don't know if the cover is supposed to have it like that, but Rena Kent just had this new release, Kiss the Villain. It is an dark romance. This is going to be one of the Carsons. I'm trying to remember what his name was. What was his name again? So we have Gareth, sorry. So Gareth, and then we're going to have his teacher, and it's a dark romance. There's a lot of drama going around about that. I'm not even going to bring it up here. Maybe I'll bring it up in another video. I don't know. I'm not getting involved in the drama because I love Rena Kent's romance, and I'm not going to complain about her writing more I'm happy about it. So this is Kiss the Villain. I ended up buying it because she is, you know, with Bloom, I believe now. And so this was more, she was releasing it independently. So this was her independent cover. And later she kind of in her newsletter said that it won't be here that long. And it'll go, because she is deciding to write a series on this now, and then that will be traditionally published, so they'll have different covers. So just me being like, I want the original cover. This is how I am. Who knows? I might be the other cover later, depending on how much I love it. But this one is a must read for me. I really want to read this. I don't know if I'll get the audiobook because I heard the audiobook was really good. But this one is very dark, dubcon, non-con, all the crazy stuff that we expect with Rena Kent. And then, you know, I'm going to be doing a vlog for this because I vlogged every single Rena Kent book that I've read. So I'm going to continue. Every time she has a new release, I'm going to do a vlog for it. So I'm very excited for Kiss the Villain. I really want to read this. Okay, then I am going to be reading The Coldest Passion by Victoria Lum. I am on her ARC team, and I've only read like her current series, and then my goal this year was to kind of read her backlist. So this is her first series. I read the first book in March. So this one is the next one. I didn't really look up a lot on it. I'm kind of going in blind. So that one I for sure to plan to read this month in April. I also actually requested an arc of this like kind of Roman historical romance by this author. I saw Jen from the Book Refuge talk about her, and she actually talked about this novella that's like kind of a prequel. So I ended up signing up for her like newsletter to get this free novella. So this is The Merchant Match by Jenna Bigelow. And I'm hoping I get her arc for like the newer release. I think it's coming out next month, I think. I can't remember. But so I thought I would read that novella this month to kind of get a prequel thing. Now, last month I had this for March on my TBR, and I'm just going to get to it, but I really, really want to stick with it and read it. So I'm hoping I will have time this month, and that is Wolf Song by TJ Kuhn. This is one of people's like favorite shifter, beautiful, emotional romances. So I really want to read it, especially after I saw Crystal from Crystal's Bookish Life like rave about this in a video. I just trust her so much and how she feels on books. And so I really want to give this one a go because I love you guys, and I really want like an emotional romance. So I really need to get to this one. Okay, then I am going to continue with the Mackenzie series. I just read The Madness of Lord Ian Mackenzie, so I'm going to be reading Lady Isabella's Scandalous Marriage, and I'm so excited for this because she is actually married to Ian's brother, but they have been estranged for many years. And there's just so much going on with that couple that I was like wondering what the hell's going on with these two. So this is going to be like a second chance, maybe marriage in trouble type of one. So I'm very excited for this. I vlogged the first one, and I'm going to be vlogging this one. So that'll probably be coming like later in April probably. But super excited to get to this one. And then honestly, I didn't have this on my TBR. I just added it because I just finished the first book in the series and I loved it so much that I immediately want to continue. And that is A Photo Finish by Elsie Silver. I just read the first one, loved it. And this is actually Violet's romance, who, if you haven't read this series, she is actually Cade, Eaton's little sister. And I just love them so much. And so I'm excited to get to hers. And it's going to be with like the Vaughn's brother. And he is like really cold and standoffish. I think he was like in the military. And so you could tell something was going on with him and Violet in that book. So I'm really excited to get to this one. And I just love these covers that I got. They're not like the newer ones. I love these horse covers so much. So excited. So those are some of the main books that like I want to get to. Now, again, I already have a ton, right? I already have a ton on this list, but I gave myself more. I have a bunch of books on Audible that I really want to get to. So I am not sure if I'll get to all these, depending on how much I'm reading ALCs this month, how far I get behind, what happens, because work is probably going to be crazy this month. But also, I'm actually going to be taking a vacation to Mexico with my brother and his family and my mom. And so I've never really gone down to Mexico. I was so excited. I got my passport finally. So I'm going there, like I think on the 14th through the 18th, 19th. So I'll probably have plenty of time to read more. So anyways, that might also stop me from listening to audiobooks because I'll be vacationing, and I usually listen to more audiobooks at work. So we'll see how good I do. I really have a lot of pressure to read this month. I always do this to myself, though. It's a me problem. I request too many ARCs. I request too many ALCs. But one that I really want to get to is Devastate by Pam Godwin. This has been on my TBR multiple times. I actually went away from it because I realized that one of the heroes from her love triangle who doesn't get the HEA is in it. And I didn't want to ruin that series for me, that trilogy. So I ended up reading that first. I do have a vlog if you are interested in spoilers on my love triangle vlog that I did. I'll try to put that up here. But anyway, so this one is the next book that I need to read in her Deliver series, which is very dark, of course, sex trafficking, all that kind of crazy stuff. Now, I've had this on my Audible for a while. I ended up buying it during one of the Audible sales, and it is one of people's like favorite books that they always rave about. And that is Lights Out by Nevessa Allen. I believe this is like a stalker dark romance, I believe. I don't know a ton about it, but I have seen a lot of hype. So I really want to finally get to it. And then I've only read one Catherine Cowles book, and I just see so much hype for her. So I want to give her more tries to see if she's it for me. I'm not totally the romantic suspense girly, and I think that's like primarily what she writes, but I wanted to give this series a try, and it was on Audible Plus, and that is Beautiful Broken Pieces is the first book. I think the bind up of them was on Audible Plus. You might be able to get them individually too. But I looked on like her website, and I think this is like the first where you would start with her reading order. So I decided I want to start trying Catherine Cowles to see if, I enjoy her. I also saw Consider Me by Becca Mack on Audible Plus, and I've been wanting to read this author forever. I've seen so many people post about this series everywhere, so I wanted to get this while I can since it is on Audible Plus, and I don't know how long it'll be on there. Again, when I tell you stuff is on Audible Plus, I'm doing that so you guys have an FYI just in case you have it and you guys want to read those things on that catalog. And then I actually gave myself less historical romance this month because I'm planning to read more later in the following months, but I still added a few here. So I have never read Mary Malik before, so I have a Slightly Married. I added that to my TBR. I also added Suddenly You by Lisa Kleypas. I need to read, I think I've read most of her series, but not like some of her standalones and other ones. So that one was available on Audible Plus. And then I have A Rake's Vow by Stephanie Lawrence. Now, a couple books that I was actually going to read on Kindle were on a really good deal on Audible. So I think like one of them was like $1.99 and like stuff like that. So I bought these two. And that is Architect by Nikki Sloan. I want to finish that series. I never read it, the whole series yet. But I didn't really want to physically read it because sometimes hers are just like pure smut. And it might make me like check out if I'm physically reading it. And then I got Enemies by Tion. And this one, I've already read this one. But I wanted to do a reread because it was on my list of enemies to lovers, but I couldn't remember anything about it when I was going to do the enemies to lovers video recently. And so I was like, I remember loving this, but it was before I wrote reviews on Goodreads. So I kind of wanted to give it a reread because I think I gave it 5 stars. So I kind of wanted to revisit it and read it again. Okay. Then I have Ruling Sickdand. I think that's how you say it. Sickdand, whatever. Strickland. I can't remember. But it's by Victoria Aveling. This is the next book in her Clickanian series. And the last one left off on a big cliffhanger. So I really want to read this one because things are changing in that world. And I think he was introduced in that book too. So I'm excited to get to that one. And I bought those like way back on Audible sale. And then I have Rev to the Max by Melanie Moreland. Somebody recently said, I think this is MC, and that they really loved this book. So I wanted to give it a shot, and it was on Audible Plus. And then I think I have one more. I doubt I'll get to all these, you guys. There's way too many. I have The Game Plan by Kristen Callahan. I've been trying to get through that series. I've really loved the first 2 books. So I really want to get to that one because it's another, I think it's college. I can't remember, but it's sports romance. So definitely want to get to those. So as you can see, I'm stacked. I have a lot on this TBR. So I probably won't get to all of these Audible books, but I'm going to try to get to some of them. So anyways, my voice is starting to go, and I was going to film another video. I was supposed to have filmed my Q&A video that I had asked for you guys to give me questions. I just didn't have time to film it today. So I'm sorry. It's going to be delayed again, and I apologize, but I will try to get that done next weekend probably and get that to you guys. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know what you're excited for in April. If you want to read any of these same books with me, you definitely can. And I will see you guys on the next one.